Hey guys, so I wanted to share with you guys some of the pros and cons that I have come up with as far as working as a CNA at an assisted living facility or in an assisted living section or unit. Um, so I think the biggest one is I feel like we don't really use a lot of our CNA skills. So for example, at the facility that I work at, there are some people who are a little bit higher acuity, but for the most part, the people that I work with, obviously with assisted living, there's limits to what you can have or need assistance with in an assisted living facility. So there may be like one or two people that need help with transfers and stuff like that, but you don't need to do a whole lot. There's like one person, 1 to 2 people that we do a bed bath on, and the rest are done by hospice if they need a bed bath. Like, we actually have hospice aides that come in and take care of people once they're put on hospice. I feel like we don't really use a lot of the skills that we learned, which in a way, I feel like that's a little bit easier for me due to my MS. But in other ways, I feel like it's kind of sad because I went through all this training. I've gone to nursing school in the past, obviously never finished, or I wouldn't be working as a CNA. So I do know some skills. We don't have anybody with catheters or anything like that at this point in time, and I really don't think we even would, unless it's like a hospice person. But I feel like even with hospice, I don't know that they'd allow it because it's an assisted living facility, and I don't know if they would just try to send them out to a skilled nursing facility. I do feel like there's a lot different sort of tasks to do at an assisted living facility compared to if you were working as a CNA in the hospital or in a nursing home, obviously. But like at my facility, the CNAs are responsible for getting meal orders, passing out meal trays, getting stuff ready for dinner or lunch or breakfast, as far as like coffees and yogurts, fruit, oatmeals, stuff like that. We are also responsible for doing showers and laundry. We don't have, like during the week, Monday through Friday, there's a laundry and shower aide, but there's certain people that she won't shower or do their laundry because she's allergic to cats. And so, like, obviously, since we are an assisted living facility, we do have certain people who are allowed to have pets. I think at this point we have 2 people who have cats, maybe 3 people who have cats, and then 1 who has a dog. So I don't know, but I feel like assisted living is totally different from what a CNA would normally see on a regular basis. I think the pros are if you have like physical limitations or you have back problems because you've been lifting and turning and rolling and all this other stuff for so many years. I feel like assisted living can kind of give you a break from that because we don't really do a whole lot of lifting. I think we have 1 Hoyer in our entire facility, and the only reason she's a Hoyer is because she's on hospice. So we don't have sit-to-stands or anything like that. And I feel like that kind of helps me as far as the physical limitations I have due to my MS. I would say another pro is that I feel like because you're not stuck doing so much, like, obviously an assisted living is a little bit different because we do have a lot more people, but there's less people who are dependent on you. That's why you have more people. So I feel like we do get a lot more time to actually get to know the residents, and it's not just, being able to talk to them only when you're in there to do personal care, or change them or whatever, or put them in bed like it was at certain nursing homes that I have worked at. So I do like being able to make that connection with people. I think it's fun to be able to see how people, are. And I think it's really sad, like as a con, I guess you would say, I do think it's really sad when you see people start to decline who have been on assisted living, and maybe they end up having to move out or move to the memory care section if they have dementia. It can get kind of sad because you have that extra time to get to form a bond with these residents. But I do think like working in assisted living is something really special. I think if you are in it for the love of the people and the love of like getting to hear people's stories and, getting to care for the same people day in and day out, I feel like even though you do get that in nursing homes, I feel like with assisted living, you can do so much more. And plus, I also like that, with assisted living, they get to go on outings and things like that. And you can accompany them if they need somebody. Like sometimes they'll ask CNAs to go along with them because obviously the one transportation driver can't do everything by himself, But yeah, if I can think of more pros and cons, I'll make another video about it. But I feel like there's more pros for me than there are cons. I think the cons is that it's a little bit crazy, especially at certain times of the day, just because of how people are, as far as like people being on the light and stuff like that. But for the most part, I think it's good. So yeah. Anyways, I am going to get out of here, and I will talk to you guys again in my next video.